Welcome back everyone to Pontos Fathom Hobbies, where we bring you board games, tabletop game playthroughs, and tabletop miniature painting. Today is Season 11, Episode 1 of Joan of Arc, and we are jumping into the Apocalypse expansion. Specifically, we are on turn 1 of the Mark of the Beast scenario out of Apocalypse. We just did the setup round. Let's jump into round 1. So first off, I set up the round decks. We only have 7 rounds in this game, so it'll advance us into round 1. And the unholy player has first round, so they're going to go first. One of the interesting features of this game is as the players walk through, they can set up the unholy player, whether it's the Antichrist or the Beast miniature. They can actually turn land unholy, lava. So every time they touch, they can use an action to do that. So let's jump into it. Before we do, quick shout out to our sponsor, Pontos Fathom Press. Speaking of the Mark of the Beast, we've got a new trilogy of books coming out. Artificial Psychology of Desiring Machines. AI has been the talk of the town. We've got August Moldenhauer's Impedance and Admittance in Desiring Machines, Psychoanalysis of Artificial Intelligence, which dives deep into the origins of our myths about AI in film. Probably pretty interesting to everyone. And then the upcoming Computational Complexity and Psychiatric Agency. Go check those out in our bookstore. We also have tons of books on Cthulhu, horror, science fiction. You can check out our Patreon if you want samples of behind the scenes. And on this channel, we're doing paint through videos and gameplay for Joan of Arc, A Song of Ice and Fire. We're doing lots of miniature paintings for Song of Ice and Fire, War of the Rings, Eldritch Horror. We're releasing a mod this year, so lots of exciting stuff. Check out the Patreon, check out the bookstore. Let's jump into round 1. So first off, we'll do our card phase here. So we'll get 3 each. The unholy player starts with 2 already, and then we'll put our cards here. Okay, so let's begin with the unholy player. We can activate the beast. Let's check out the beast here. We can do a close-up of him again. So we got the beast's card here, and basically can activate with 1. They can perform a melee attack with 3 red dice. They can also do a ranged attack with 1 die. They get a power token every time that they destroy a building. And they also can put fire tokens on the board. I gotta get those fire tokens out. I'm not gonna do a fire token the first round, but I will activate him. And I'm also going to activate the Antichrist here. Antichrist, we have in the mini as well. Antichrist says, using the Antichrist area, units in the Antichrist area gain 1. Once per turn, if you spend a 1 designated adjacent area troop and roll die. If you roll armor, you place this troop under your control. So he can take control of troops, which is interesting. So let's have him also activate, and we'll go forward from there. I'll have him kind of converge in the middle. So we'll have him go ahead. Now, I just want to check this rule about the unholy ground. So it says they can transform a hex they are currently in into a pentacle at the cost of an action. So I guess if I move into this hex, first of all, I'm going to automatically kill this farmer. So he's already a casualty. And I believe I can roll that die, but let's just double check. If the Antichrist moves into to civilians, in the scenario, all civilians are considered units. If an unholy movement used in the same area as a civilian, the civilian is immediately destroyed. So he's automatically taken out. He's not even going to the infirmary, automatically destroyed. And I will use one of the actions as well to transform this into an unholy token here. So we'll just go ahead and make this unholy just because we can. So they're just leveling destruction everywhere they go. We'll also have our activation for the beast. We'll have him move into this one. Let's We'll also have him perform an attack. As mentioned, we can perform a attack on a nearby space. So let's see. So this attack would be, he can perform a melee attack up to 3 adjacent areas. So he didn't even have to get close. He's going to perform a melee attack here with 3 dice. Let's have him target the, just for fearful reasons, those peasants. So the peasants here, the farmer is taken out. We're just going to remove his card. The peasants here are here. They have they get 1 defense die as well, so let's give them that. And they are sent off to the infirmary. So that's that for them. So let's go ahead next and do the we'll now move on to the holy forces. So we get 3 components. Do we have an action we want to take here? Gain 2 cards and the tokening discard 1. I guess we have to do that for them too. So they can gain 2 of these and a power token. So this is for the unholy player first. They have either rage or supernatural strength. Let's give them supernatural strength as a potential card. We'll put this one back down to the bottom. We'll do the same choice for the holy player. They can get a tower token and they can check 2 cards and discard 1. They get gust or invincible. 2. We can rally a unit. I'll take the rally a unit one for now. And let's go ahead and divvy up our action points. Let's have them attack. We'll have an attack and an attack to try to chip away at this beast a bit. And let's have, let's also have these guys activate as well. So let's move all this force up to here. They can move into this space. We'll also check out our civilians that we have, or special civilians that we have in this force. So we do have the okay, so let's go ahead first, and we will we'll start out with the crossbowmen. So we've got our crossbowmen here. They will go and attack. The beast has an armor of 2 black dice. So we'll have the 2 dice. We'll have our crossbowmen attack with 2 red dice. Okay, we got a sword, 2 wounds. So he'll take 2 wounds right off the bat. So we can put those right on his card. Next up, let's have the mounted gentry knights attacking. They get a red and a black, and we'll throw his 2 blacks here. We'll throw these 2 down. They get a shield and an attack. Mounted knights do not attack. Let's give our sergeant in arms an attack. They get a red, the 2 sergeant in arms here against the 2. And we also get a wound from that. So he takes 3 of his 14 hit point wounds already on that one. And finally, we have mounted bowmen. Mounted bowman can roll a black. He gets the 2 black. And it's shielded, so the mounted bowmen have no effect. Do we have any effect from the priest? Or the priest can do a heal action. And the executioner can turn 1 blank. I guess the executioner can also attack. Let's have him do an attack. and nothing happens. Okay, so that's going to do it for those guys. And that's pretty much going to round out our round one. Let's just do a quick check on the peasants to see if they can be rallied back. They do get to be rallied, so we can put them back in our rally spot here. We'll rally them to this church. And that will be that. We can also score some points. So one civilian has been destroyed already. They get 1 victory point for that. When they say character, what do they mean? Sorry. For one cavalry, except civilians, for each character. What's a character? It says for each destroyed character. Corrupting humankind. Let's see, corrupting humankind. As soon as a unit as a unit from the holy army or civilian is disrupted or destroyed by the beast, it gets corrupted. Oh. Once it's disrupted or destroyed, it gets corrupted. Discard the unit and replace it with an unholy unit. Wow. So this unholy unit, so just to give you the idea now, well, the last thing here is this farmer that got corrupted by the Antichrist here, got destroyed, we can replace him as a gargoyle, a devourer, a flying demon. Let's make him a devourer. So he comes back as a devourer, and we'll rally him to this rally point here. And that's going to do it. So this is pretty amazing how this is going to play out. So we've already got our first casualty, our first corrupted human, and that scores a victory point for each corrupted unit. We get a victory point. Okay, so yeah, we've already 1 victory point for the unholy forces. So let's clean up, and we will see you guys in round number 2. This is pretty cool. I like the dynamic already, corrupting the humans. It puts a different spin on it. We've got the beast on the board. We've got the unholy corrupted ground here. Well, check out round 2. Excited to keep going. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. Bye-bye.